Good morning, race fans. Naomi Tucker here, joined by Keith Fustel as usual. Happy Saturday. We've got 10 races coming your way here at Laurel Park, and fast and firm, the ideal conditions.
Beautiful, beautiful day. Chamber of Commerce kind of day here in lovely Laurel, Maryland. Lovely Laurel Park. Yeah, I tell you what, can we follow up today, like yesterday's card? Like Waffle House, it's smothered and covered. I don't know if you've ever go to but we were all over the place. Man, we had that card covered yesterday, so hopefully you were along for the ride, and we can do it again today. Like it, we caught some prices, a lot of exacta boxes, some good price plays.
Those are what I've been betting a lot.
Way.
The
yes,
exacta
we've taught
boxes.
you. Yeah, you're learning. It took you a while, but you're kind of
learn from the best.
You're getting it. Yeah, and the early pick 462. We like that. That was a good payout. So. Yeah, let's see if we can do it again, Naomi. It was a good day.
Yeah, let's have a look at the track condition. I already said fast and firm. We're ready for another big day. Can't wait for it. Let's dive into race number 1. Also, your best bet of the day, right?
Yeah, we're going to kick it right off here. This is my old buddy BATTLEBUS. So we've got a video too, right?
We do.
Let's go back. This is on the go back. A little over a year ago, May 21st at Pimlico, off of a 222-day layoff. We're going to follow BATTLEBUS, saving ground every step of the way. Unfortunately, encounters a little bit of trouble coming up to mid-stretch, and this is a good field. The thing, Naomi, about BATTLEBUS, there you go, just kind of ran up on heels. That horse kind of dropped in.
And then again has to switch out here as well.
Yeah, switches further out, and really finishes up well. He has tackled some pretty tough, proven turf sprinters. I think finds a really good spot here, second off the break for Linda Albert. Let's get Linda Albert in the winner's circle for not the one stable. Will be forward, a good break. I think Pascal Chan will probably try to steal away from the front, but I think just kind of save ground and get that stalking trip. Should not be more than a couple lengths out of it, turning for home.
Yeah, I have BATTLEBUS on top as well. Of course, conditions for this race, $12.5 to $10,000 claims, 5.5 furlongs. That's sprinting distance. We kick off all the action on the turf. And Keith, you use the number 8 underneath as your exacta play, backwards boogie for trainer Mary Epler. We'll return to the grass after a couple of Tapeta tries, including that Tapeta race last time out at Gulfstream Park, where the winner, the horse that plays second, Star Weaver, came back to win as well. It was a decent enough group in that field. So if his numbers hold again on the turf, as we expect to be the case, he can be very alive here.
He and the 7, Ballistico, kind of tough to split. Pair up in some similar races, similar styles. I think Backwoods Boogie just brings a little bit more punch. The final 16th of a mile, Ballistico, you really gotta just measure the run perfectly. I think 5.5 really pushes the limits, but the barn is doing quite well. Sarah Nagel, Big Lick Farm, they do very well. Yeah, I mean the Bloodproof. A little step up in class here. Visually good, needs to run even a little bit faster, but is in very good form right now at a top last time out.
Yeah, he's got dangerous late present, like that high draw for him to stay into that clean air and get that clean trip. He's currently early money coming in at 7 to 2, with that lukewarm favorite being the number 7, Ballistico. Race number 2, you're going to give us another winning early pick 4 ticket, I hope.
Yeah, a lot's going to hinge in this card here. I'm putting it out there on the line a little bit with the 5 tall order. It might be a tall order to take it down with a single. If you can add another horse, grab a friend, do it. We're going to single tall order, then we spread. Race 3, 3, 4, 8, and 9. Santillo, a little bit of a price play there. General's Duty coming out of a good race. Race 4, 1, 4, 5, and 6. Would like to have the all button there if I could afford it. And race 5 with the 1, 5, and 8, worthy of gold. A little price user, 8 to 1. On the board, another kind of an old timer making the first start for Justin Nixon.
Yeah, 5-year-old, right?
Yeah, 5-year-old firster. We've got a little stat on that as well. Not on the TV, but I'll give you a stat, $24. See if we can get this single started.
Yeah, let's get going here. Well, that maiden special weight, you already tipped your hand here. Juveniles, 5 furlongs the distance. You're all in on tall order for trainer Dale Capuano. Now, he's a half sibling to Laurel Futurity, 3rd Wish Me Home, who's a turf sprinter who did well as a youngster. But I think it's the stat that probably swayed you in his direction.
Yeah, and you see it's not a huge sample over 5 years, right? But look at this.
He doesn't do it often.
No, the 2-year-old maiden special weight firsters. 4 for 10, 8 for 10 in the money. ROI 382. Outwork is good with 2-year-olds. good with first-time starters. That's the Stallion you talked about, the Sibs. They ran well early. 5/8s, 2 back-to-back 5/8s works in good fashion. I like that. This horse is fit, ready to go. A nice little draw to the outside. This team does well. Jockey trainer. Tall order. Break well and just go on with it.
Well, it's going up against some, by the looks of it, talented first-time starters. I think Lacey Gaudette's got a strong hand in here with her 2 starters. Quincy Cafe just getting the slight nudge from both of us as being the more preferred runner. I dare say better draw, not the draw on the rail like Ice Cold Frosty has. Plus, Quincy Cafe is a half-sibling to Chi-Town Lady, who won on debut, continued with another victory in the Bolton Landings. It's Saratoga sprinting on the turf as a youngster as well. So that means a progressive family on the bottom side. And look, Lacey Gaudette, the works are coming in sharp enough as well, both of them.
Spent a little money down at that Ocala sale in March.
140,000, right?
One for 140, one for 100,000. I haven't made that in my lifetime. Jeez.
I hope you've made that over your lifetime.
Maybe
right?
not. I don't know. You know,
years?
we work for peanuts. No, 4 runners thus far. I tell you, 2 for 4 debut winners out of this family, right? Out of this mare, Tony Solly. So I think this is the one. I worked 10 flat. That was a good work. Both, I went back and checked out the works. They were both pretty good. Ice Cold Frosty, kind of a real good longer stride. Might want to go a little bit longer down the road. Yep.
That's good information there. I used his No Clown in my exact. Technically speaking, he put his nose in front by about a length and a half. Did get placed 3rd due to disqualification. I like that he showed speed. I like that he continued. Now, unfortunately for him, he faces a tough group in here and actually has to step it up to get that official win.
Yeah, a little protect move here by the outfit. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, the experience certainly is going to help, but I think a little bit better than a 32 buyer is going to win this race. So might have to run a little bit faster.
I agree there. We'll run a little bit faster, but I like the experience that he's got underneath his belt. Race number 3 is a maiden claiming event, 40 to 32,000, 1 mile on the grass, the distance here. We do have a video spotlight on Vote Them All Out. Callie's prize play of the day. I think very appropriate for today as well. Love the name. Michael Trombetta trains, and with the pace before him kind of dropping back, he took the shortest way around, kept on trying. What I did love here is looking at the way he moves. Has quite a large stride to him. Seemingly a good opportunity to try him going longer, and he really relishes that last quarter of the race. You can see he's just keep on grinding, just keep on going.
Fed Biz on the top side, yes, it can get a route of ground. Dug a little deeper. Bottom side is a little bit of a sprint lean, but you talked about the stride. That was the pickup physically. This horse looks like he wants to be a little bit more. He's going to be a little bit more relaxed with a softer pace here and bring that finish. He could grind along and catch a piece. Lined at 6-1. This was a difficult horse for me to line, dropping back down to the 40.
Yeah, no, I use him in my exact. We both landed on the number 9 here. General's Duty for Jane Sibeli. Kentucky Bride, this is the first time that he's for sale. 3rd start of the year for him. He doesn't really have much early speed, and hence he ends up going very wide in that last race on the turf, around 2 turns to trying to get that position. He just flattered a little because of that. I think Fergal Lynch is going to try and be clever with him and put him in a position that he can strike from.
Should be in tip-top shape today. The winner went wire to wire, really dug in game. Airspeed Velocity, once he got hooked at Pimlico, dug in for the win. Evan Harlan, a heavy favorite with some figs coming into there. Out of that race, Violent Rock came back to win, shortened up in a maiden claiming forward with a good number. Another horse came out of there to run well. Yeah, and a flow is going to be okay in here. Centillo, the 3, has some speed. Swallow Beach with a little speed. A couple of these other horses, Rixie Rocket. So I think the flow is going to be there, and General's Duty will, settle back and make that steady run from the 3/8 pole. I've got the 8 in there, Ripken. Yeah, really doing nothing wrong here on the turf. Good effort, 2 races back. Just denied late. Another one that will enjoy what's going on up in front. He'll make his presence known through the final furlong.
Yeah, Damien De Ludovico stable with a double yesterday, including that first-time starter Blue Collar Boom. So they seem to be firing as well. So yeah, I used him too. Race number 4 is claiming $10,000 to $8,000. Numbers 2 lifetime, 5.5 furlongs, the sprinting distance here. And Keith, you landed on the horse that I ended up not using in my selections here. That is the number 1, Errowwan for trainer Jose Corrales. Look, second start of the cycles. Had a couple of breaks here. It seems like they might have just struggled to keep him going, might have struggled to keep him sound. Didn't show that much last time out.
Nope.
Very wide, really had to rally into it. What makes you think that this kind of sharper cutback is going to help him? Is he going to get there in time? He doesn't have that much early speed.
This is like one of 3 races today that I really, I mean, I'm guessing a little bit, but that was almost as bad as he could run last time. There is a little bit of questionable speed in here, but consistently his figures have kind of worked out to be better than this group. Yeah, it might be a bit of an ass to get up at 5.5, but why not? We'll take a little shot in here. I really don't love anybody in this race. I go 1-6. I thought Don't Forget to Blink. Tough beat for Laurel Glasser on this one last time out. And yesterday, she suffered a couple close calls, American Dioro. But this guy's run okay. The blinkers on the last couple of races is kind of relaxed and made a run. I think he'll be there poised to stalk and pounce against this group by the time they hit the quarter pole.
See, I use him on top just because I thought that last effort was tenacious and really a good move in the right direction. Of course, figure-wise, might have to step it up a little bit, like your horses run better figures. But you're right, this group is kind of intriguing. I think Don't Forget to Blink. If he reproduces something like that, he can get his nose in front. I use the number 4 as well, Amacalola Falls for Carlos Mancia. Third back effort for second is good enough to win here. That was going 6.5 furlongs, so a bit of a sharper turn back here. But look, you're right. This is kind of the race that you're grasping a little bit and trying to find that value. So I liked your one. I like Air One. Why not throw these together and get that exacta box going, right? And get a big price.
It's what we call the oppo picker. You know, sometimes when you look up at all the selections and everybody's got those numbers there, and I want to be that one stick out that's not in with the rest of the group. The oppo picker.
I've done that before.
I like that.
We see them all on the screen, and there's one person that has a top selection that nobody has.
Going out on an island. They're the ones, right? I like it. Okay.
Race number 5 is a maiden claiming race, 40 to 32,000, 5.5 furlongs on the turf here. A couple of things here. We have to start with the fact that the Rainbow Pick 6 is a huge carryover. Did not get hit yesterday. $10,000 and 160 to get you started. So anticipated much more in that Rainbow Pick 6 pool, which starts in race number 5. Let's have a look at the video. Spot that though. We have it on the number 5 Lunar Dash for trainer Dale Capuano. Dale could have a good day today. Like, I thought was really interesting. I was looking at Lunar Dash all the way here, right? Was ridden from the gate by Carlos Lopez the whole way. Now, I'm not going to lie, I wasn't the biggest fan of doing that because I thought that might have taken something out of the horse. So you see here, it looks like he's tired, comes back on the bridle for him, tries to sneak through, gets into a whole world of trouble there. And then once he clears out, starts steaming home. This horse ran 3 races within the race.
He did. It showed a lot of grit to just keep going. A lot of horses are going to lay down and really flatten out through that last 3/16 of a mile. This guy had to work in between horses. Good effort here to draw him close to even terms late. Just misses. Look at that. Almost for a brief second, might have put a nose in front. Gritty effort. The front wraps were on that day. Interesting. Check a look in the paddock again. Maybe that because he showed a little bit more natural speed in debut. I thought when hung out wide, he was really hung out.
He was hard-assed to get position.
But this time he was really hard-assed to get Poe there and just kind of, you know, ran into some trouble. But he's proven now on the turf. Paired up 265 buyers, legitimate figs for this level. Has to be used in your exactas, tries, and supers. Worthy of gold. My top selection. There you go. Oppo picker again. You don't have anywhere.
I like it. No, I
you
did
see a 5-year-old firster, but it is Justin Nixon. And here's a little
does
stat.
well with those stats.
He does. Here's I got a stat here. Where is it? Where is it? The last 5 years, 4 for 7, and 5 for 7 in the money with firsters, 4-year-olds and up and older. It's pretty good. ROI is 648. Take a shot. There's definitely some good horses in the family. Verdana Bold did win first out here on this turf course on the go back with a 69 buyer. So there's a little shot. Price play with the 8 worthy of gold.
With the 5-year-old first, you know, I like it. I use Skeptical in my exacta for trainer Bob Casares. Damn Glory Be Mine was a runner, multiple stakes victories in New Mexico. This is a New Mexico bred. Most of his siblings, though, have won multiple times, including first out. Now, not at the highest level, but they're gritty and they run. And just a couple of stats first after the claim. 11% is kind of average, but he had trouble in that last race. He clustered the start a little bit. Now gets the outside draw. I think he's got more more speed, first time Lasix. Just a lot of things going
like
on
it.
here. So I'm going to try and get skeptical into that kind of exacta value.
Sneaky little play and should hold some value. The one's an interesting type for me as well. Straight time. Third time gelding. He has definitely improved since being gelded. He's a different type of horse right now. Coming out of those races at Gulfstream, his first turf race ever back in December. That was a pretty good field. I went back and checked some of the horses moving up. They've run competitively in some allowance races. So different horse right now is Straight Time. Trombetta, Carrasco, dangerous combo. Another one tough to leave out. Should make a run from just off the pace.
This field is very hard to figure out. There's some great chances in here. This is one of the better wagering opportunities. I think I started off with just going, yep, this one can win, this horse can win. I had Straight Time on my top 4. Ended up not using him. It's hard.
Even, Imagine It All ran well on the turf, so you've got proven form there. Frog Prince is a horse that comes in for the same trainer, for Michael Merriman, very capable, doing a good job. Took a lot of play. I know it was a shorter field, but still, to me, took a very significant play on the dirt. This horse looks to be bred better for the turf. The family of Prince Pear, Daniel Ledoux, Rising Perry, Railmaster, these horses that have run well. So the barn, there's somebody was there. They were on this horse. Yeah, so maybe another one to throw in.
Yeah, no, this is a great field in
It
here.
is.
Race number 6. We got a quick break coming up before that.
Shaman Ghost is there too. Bronze is going to have to work for it. It's going to be a photo finish, and it's going to be won by Shaman Ghost.
Shaman Ghost out towards the middle of the track. It's Shaman Ghost, an overwhelming force.
Shaman Ghost takes the Queen's Plate.
Welcome back to Laurel Park. We're on race number 6. I already mentioned the Rainbow Pick 6 carryover to you. We also have a late pick 5 carryover going into the sequence today. $9,616. Really, really looking forward to it. Some great races in the sequence in the Rainbow Pick 6 as well as in that late pick 5. So let's get going here. Race number 6, optional claim a starter allowance. 1 turn, 1 mile. The distance here. And Keith, we did lap on the same horse. They're in contended now for trainer Kieran McGee. Has early tactical ability. Broke his maiden over this exact trip and remains protected instead of perhaps being more aggressive with him and dropping him after that last effort being beaten so far. But look, I think he's going to hold his form. And if he holds his form here, he can have them.
Yeah, last time out, that track was a little funky. June 3rd, speed inside was pretty good. He sat in a good position. I really liked him that day. He just didn't quite kick on, and it might have been the track more than just him. You couldn't make up a ton of ground. He was giving effort, but just kind of going evenly. When you look at it, actually gave up a little ground through the final 1/8 of a mile. But he sits back. I think I'm going to give him another shot. There's some speed types in here, award nominated, maybe Must Be Love. Must Be Love intrigues me a little bit, stretching out. Definite speed lean when looking at the breeding, but might get the relaxed flow that he needs. But Contented now looks like he's the horse that's got that grinding finish that I'm gonna like here at the mile distance. Takes a shot one more time. They stay with this guy, right? This is a horse that was claimed on the go back, and they still protect him. I think he's got another good race in him to make a run into it.
I agree. Yeah, he's my top choice and Must Be Love indeed on the stretch. That second time going long, but first time going long on the dirt. And that's that kind of unknown that I'm looking for. As figures that could work as well for Red Hot Barn in Dale Capuano. And then both of us use award nominated as well. 9-day turnaround though. Made his 2020 debut where he came up short. I guess we are in a way riding the Red Hot Rudy Sanchez Solomon wave here.
Yeah, how are you going to leave this guy out, right?
You can't.
Yeah, I looked at that race. He kind of rated off of his stable made or entry made, the Holy Synchronicity up at Delaware. Went to a drive at the 3/8, just kind of chasing and faded away. Needed that race, was working well into that. Again, you're looking at this field. The only really other speed type to me would be Must Be Love. I know Make Way is a late breaking. Blinkers might have a little bit of foot, but you might see aggressive tactics here with from Rosado on the 5. But I'll take a shot.
So
Contended now to run into it.
Yeah, no, I use him on top as well. Race number 7, claiming 16 to 12,500 conditioned here, 5.5 furlongs on the turf, the distance. And this is out of my late pick 4. Couldn't come up with a single Went too deep in here, which includes my price play, which is the number 8, Cabra Chica for Kieran McGee. Progeny run well on turf of Street Magician. Plenty of siblings. We've had moderate success on the grass, and she seems to be doing quite sharp, playing well over those sprinting distances. And then I also use the number 6, who seems to just be in great form here. No More Mask. Race number 8, 3 deep there. Keying around 3, 4, and 6. The 3 also my top selection there. Mailman's a flyer for trainer Norm Cash. Blinkers come off. Race number 9, I go with the real runner, Creative Cairo for Christophe Clement. I think this distance is going to help her out, and she got a nice little breather into her on that off-the-turf event at Belmont, that which dirtied up her form, which is fine by me. She's not a turf runner, so this is the surface that she needs to be on, and then also use the number 8 as well on the outside. And then race number 10, 3 deep. 1, 8, and 10 here with the 13, with the 13 being my top pick here. Left blank. Blinkers come off there. $18 a flat ticket here. And the late pick 4, which gets started in race number 7. And let's talk about my price play. I already kind of hinted at it.
Okay.
Looked at her pedigree. Plenty of siblings have had moderate success on the grass. This will be her second time on the grass here. Last time was quite a while ago in August of last year. But look, she's had some races sprinting that she showed very, very sharpness, good turn of foot early. I think she can do the same here. And of course, Kieran McGee, first off the claim, 26%. I'm going with the stat.
Yeah, it's coming back to the McGee barn. Did not have blinkers in that previous turf try at Colonial last summer. Yeah, I mean, this race is a scramble. You put up your ticket, an $18 ticket. If you hit that ticket, you are doing something. Because that is some serious handicapping, money management. This
the
is
challenge is on.
Oh, this is, and this the whole stretch is a tremendous challenge. So yeah, I can't leave too many horses out of here. I kind of go to horses that are proven on the turf. This is a 3 in life, or the 3-year-old. You got a horse that's won multiple. He's won, I think, she's won 4 races. A horse like No More Mask has won 5. My top 2, and just looking, 2 wins on the turf for Oil and Canvas, 2 wins on the turf for Tricky Nicky. I take a shot, higher price. Tricky Nicky didn't run terrible last time. That was a much better field than she faces today. She's coming back really quick, though. Saved ground, worked outside, just couldn't quite follow through. Might have needed that race, has back figures to go and run by the speed. Oil and Canvas, another one, fresh, ready to go. I like this horse sprinting on the turf. There's my 2 users. Shiny Penny off the claim. Lone Sib ran a 66, only turf try. You've got a barn that's been on a little bit of a roll. Ricky Silliman's horses for the last few months are running well. Golden Sense 16% with the turf runners. And a horse that's won 3 races. Race 7, another absolute spread race.
Another great field. We have to give credit to the racing office here for putting up these stellar opportunities in terms of wagering, figuring out the puzzle. Look, it's not easy, but if you get those exactas, they are paying.
Oh, you saw it in the last race last night. I did a play where I took 2 horses, keyed them top and bottom with the field. You've got to kind of do that in a race like this. Don't be scared. You're going to have to bump it up a little bit. But minimum exactas in some of these races are probably going to be $50-$60. They're that wide open. I can't see anybody. You cannot take, from a flat wagering standpoint, a win-win, anything less than probably 4-1 in that race. You got to demand that price.
We have to move on to race number 8, though. Race number 8, maiden claiming full to $32,000 tags, 1 turn, 1 mile the distance here as well. And we do have a video spotlight on the number 6, Wonder Water, for trainer Ricky Silliman. He was with the pacemaker from the start. He does then have to dig in deep again to hold off a fresh challenger from off the pace in Hard Spawn Reason. In the end, you see he can't really go with Hard Spawn Reasons, but he's still relentless to the wire, still tries his heart out.
And again, this was second time gelding, right? So he was a first time gelding back on the 15th. Big effort there just to miss. They bumped this guy up to 40, still protected. Another good effort. That was a motion horse, right? Hard Spun Reason. Just kind of ran away from him there. But I love the effort late. After moving into the pace and dueling, still giving good effort to the wire. I think as another user gets a stalking kind of a spot. This is a tricky little race too. There's not a lot of true speed. I guess Mailman's a flyer. We'll try to go and steal it. Do you use that one at all?
Yeah,
yes.
I do. He's my top pick.
On top. Okay, well, go ahead.
No, I have him on top pick for trainer Norman Cash. Blinkers come off, hoping that he perhaps relaxes a little bit, has a lot of early speed. Came close going 7 furlongs earlier in this year. I think that was in March. Look, he's related to a routing winner. I think a couple of routing winners actually. I think this is within his reach. Norman Cash has started to really heat up with these claims. It's going to be second start for the barn. Look, it's a little bit of an unknown, but like you said, there isn't much true speed in here. So if he can slip away with that weight off, William Humphrey takes the mount here, I think he can be very, very interesting. So yeah, he's my top pick, but you landed on Burgee for trainer, Burgee, if I said that correctly, for trainer Michael Trombetta. First gelding, last time he was right here, of course, in distance was 3 starts back, where he just missed by half a length running third.
Yeah, and I think a little excuse at Aqueduct went back. A lot of horses were high and wide winning that day, 2 races back, then 5 wide early. That's a two-turn at mile 70 at Monmouth. Now returns, first time gelding, hence we're going to go ahead and drop in for the tag. If you want to go get him. I think just a little move up off the race on March 11th here at the mile distance. He can kind of get this done. Let's hope we can get about 3-1 on him. But yeah, Mailman's a Fly, you're talking. If you're new to the game, you're just kind of a little scared, intimidated by seeing all the past performances and everything like that. Look over to the right, and you might see jockey-trainer combo and return on investment. Well, William Humphrey and Norman Cash, they've been a pretty stout combo of late.
They've started
making
to
money
hit
for their backers. Yes.
Absolutely. Race number 9 is a first level allowance here for fillies and mares 3-year-old and up. We're going the distance of 1 mile and 3/8 on the grass here. This is a great race. We do have a video spotlight here on the horse that both you and I use in third. Number 4, Cupid's Strike for trainer Anthony Ferrier. Went long on the grass for the first time in her career. Last time out, she took them all the way and then some.
What I have written down here, took to the turf like a duck to water. Look at this.
She was waving them goodbye.
Oh, I mean, just kind of walked the dog early, 48.3. Not slow, but got away with it. But man, really ran hard through the final 3/16 of a mile. Showed no let up whatsoever. You get these mile and 3/8 races, you get horses to relax a little bit, showing that run for almost a quarter of a mile. Very dangerous to stretch it out against this shorter field here.
Yeah, I landed on Creative Kyra though on top for trainer Christophe Clement. I already mentioned it. She has a race under her belt on her seasonal reappearance. Now that was an off the turf event, dirtied up her form, but look, she probably just needed the fitness here. She's a turf runner, gets back on the turf, has run over this distance before, posted a 73 buyer at Saratoga. Before that, at Open Allowance Company as well at Belmont, over 1.25 miles. Did very well there, ran third, only beaten by a length and a quarter behind the next out winner as well in high opinion. I think she's just got the right running style, the right setup here to get it to happen. Look, they thought highly of her after breaking her maiden. They went into the Wonder Again Stakes at Belmont, so perhaps she hasn't lived up to that billing. Finds the right kind here.
I think so. This race is really tough to separate, in my opinion. I don't see anybody running away with it. Sometimes you do at the mile 3s, but you're right. Creative Cairo, that was like the angle with Mott the other day when you got the price. Decided to stay on the main track, get that tightener off the brake, did wonders right back to the turf and got the job done. Similar angle here for the one with Christophe Clement. I go with the 3, Fire in the Hole. This horse has closed into slow paces before, so it may not be super demanding, a little extra ground. This horse by declaration of war looked, it's like 12 or 13% with these marathon type riders when you look at the formulator stats. Big improve in the number, first off the layoff. Golden Voice, Case Kingdom, horses have kept pretty good company elsewhere. I like the finish, and this horse looks like a filly that's going to relish the extra
finishes.
extra ground. But I like that one. When you look at that second start, made a move 24, 49, and 2, and just missed. Was able to kind of close it. Just didn't need the help. I like horses that don't need help, and it looks like Fire in the Hole doesn't need any help up front.
Yeah, this is fun for you. I use Song of Innocence for trainer Jonathan Thomas, also one that's had plenty of breaks. Look, she did well going 1.5 miles on the main track. The distance here, not a bother at all for this 4-year-old filly by Munnings. And if you go 3 starts back, over 1.25 miles, she ran very well as well, running third by a quarter of a length, kind of close to a bit of a slower pace before moving. So she did get that better position. But still, that was an 84 buyer. That would absolutely get the job done and hit.
Definite edge there on the buyer fix for Song of Innocence. And you talked about that race going back, Il Dragonette, May 7th. Going back of 21. I know it's on the go back a little bit. That horse is a grade 2 stakes winner, grade 1 stakes placed. company lines are there for the 8th Song of Innocence.
Yeah, absolutely. Race number 10 is our nightcap here. Mile and an eighth on the turf. We've got plenty of turf action. Maiden claiming 16 to 12,500. Keith, you landed on Auspicious Lad.
Yeah.
I use him underneath here for trainer Kenny Cox. Very, very close. Lost him out at the maiden 10 level. Had to go wide. Really put his head down to the wire. Just missed out. Now we're going to go on the turf for the first time.
Yeah, that'll get Enrique. He's capable. Drops a little weight here. Looking at the family, Lucky Bridle, the mare. She's the mom of some horses that have kind of moved up and carried their kind of tactical speed long on the turf. Auspicious Lad, wide every step, a grinding effort last time. Looking for a little bit of a price. You have to, again, look for value here because Left Blank's going to maybe be a little even too short in a big field off of time.
Yeah, first off the claim here for trainer Todd Wyatt. Has had some time, comes back here as a 4-year-old. Blink has come up by Seville. Love Seville's going long on the turf. Left Blank with Forest Boyce on board. Just as good as Fergal Lynch is timing that run to perfection, because that's what Left Blank's going to do. But I like the high draw, meaning she can kind of slot in behind, doesn't have to kind of get boxed in, because sometimes we see that with horses that are a little bit void of early speed, they get into trouble. I like the high draw. I like the rider. And yeah, I hope I still get some value. It's still a big enough field, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. And a little price play in here, the 3. You don't have the Thinker. Going to get Barbosa because Marquez went elsewhere. Looking at the breeding. Over and analyze top side, on the turf. Bottom side, yes, Shirley's Curls, 3 for 13 on the turf. Second dam, all turf. There's a live long shot with a live bug rider to maybe kind of blow things up in the nightcap.
Yeah.
There you
Let's
go.
move on with lightning round. We're knocking on the door of July, and in July we have 11 stakes in total, over $1 million in prize money. I mean, we kick things off on the 2nd of July with the Caesar Wish, the Concern Stakes. Then, of course, 2 weeks later, the Francis Dash Memorial, the Alma North, and so on. And then 2 weeks after that, the Pewter Testimony, Star de Nastra. So much to look forward to. July is truly going to heat up the track.
Just when I thought I was getting a break. Summer vacation, right? Not at Laurel Park. Nope. Here we go. Stakes galore. Look at that.
Back-to-back stake action.
Yeah, love
2
it.
weeks turnaround there. You got to join us for these wonderful days. On talking about heating up, one trainer posted a full-timer yesterday. Rudy Sanchez Solomon. Won race number 4, won race number 6, won race number 8, and then number 9 as well, with asking for a Baskin and Thai Line Pustina. What a tremendous performance for the trainer. First time ever in his career to have a full-timer, and I do believe he was quoted saying it happens once in a blue moon, and it happened to me today.
Yeah, it happened. He's going to try to keep it going today, asking for a Baskin. The perfect trip off of that Spirited Duel went right on by late.
Yeah, congratulations again to Rudy Sanchez Solomon, his owners, and the entire team that made it happen. Now, Keith, as usual, what are we betting on today? Who are we betting on today?
Best bet, I don't know, we're going to get a whole lot of price. BATTLEBUS. We called our best bet yesterday. Wolfman, but got bet down, unfortunately. But BATTLEBUS, back to the turf, to stalk and pounce from the inside. What about you? Best bet?
My best bet is actually in race number 5, Lunar Dash. I did think he got the door shut on him when rallying in that race. I think he's going to continue to improve, or let's hope he will, and show a little bit more of that pace, because I liked your pick up there. I agree. I wish he had us a little bit more gate speed on that day, because they wouldn't have had to get ridden so hard by Carlos Lopez if that wasn't the case. Yeah, I'm going with him here today. I think Del Capuano is set for a nice day.
Okay, I agree. And value play, here we go. Race 7. Go to the 3. Tricky Nicky. Brandon McFarland.
We're going head-to-head in our value plays.
I know,
mine is in race 7 as well.
Dueling
Yeah,
plays.
mine is Cabra Chica. I think that runner is going to enjoy getting on the turf. Pedigree suggests that would suit, and plenty of early pace as well. That's going to conclude the morning show for us. Callie and I will be coming up shortly, but in the interim, do have a listen to Dave Rotman to make sure you mark your program with the scratches and changes.
All right, good luck, everybody.